Hi everyone, today we're going to look at my Butter London collection. I've got quite a few polishes to show you. I think I've got 17 actually altogether, so I will try to be quick, but this might be a slightly longer video than usual. This is what we're looking at today. I'll explain why some of them are lying down and some of them are stood up as we go through. And what I want to do first is show you the mini set that I have. I've actually got 12 mini polishes, and this is the set that I got. So this was a gift from my partner at Christmas. I don't know whether he paid full price for this because the box is a little bit bashed in. There are 12, obviously there you go, 12 mini polishes. Some of them are limited edition, which is why some of them are stood up and some of them are lying flat, so that I can determine which one's which. I'm guessing that that means limited edition to this particular box. The full retail price of this box was actually £55. Again, I hope that you got this slightly cheaper because the box was bashed. And I don't think it was bashed in between him getting it and giving it to me, so I'll see if I can find out how much that cost and if he did get a discount. But this was a Christmas present, obviously quite extravagant. I would not pay £55 for 12 Butter Londons. In fact, when I first got the box, I imagined that they would all be full size, so I was quite surprised when I opened the box and they were minis. They actually call them, Butter London describes them as fashion size. So if you ever wondered what size fashion was, now you know. It's actually let me see how many, yeah, 6 millilitres in each of the minis, and there are 11 in the larger size. Yeah, so let's go through it. I've run out of swatch wheels, so we're going to have to use these little swatch sticks. And I may or may not do a second coat, we'll see how it goes. This is January's polish from the mini set. So this is a pale nude creamy colour and it's called High Tea. If you're wondering what's on my nails, it's Polish Me Royalty Blue Moon. Yeah, so that's High Tea, and this is a polish that is part of the Butter London regular line, so you can buy this. So with Butter London you can actually take the lid off and it gives you, I mean the packaging is really cute with Butter London. I just think that they're expensive for what they are. If anyone can do the maths and work out how much the polishes are each for 55 for 12 fashion sizes, I still think that's quite expensive. So there you go. Nothing particularly too special. It's a very pale skin toned, or my skin anyway, cream colour. There we go. I'll leave that there for now. So that's January's polish for the mini set, and what I've actually been doing to make sure that I do get some use out of these polishes, not because I don't like them, I do like them, I just think they're expensive, but I want to make sure that I get some use out of them. So what I've been doing is each first of the month I've been popping out the Butter London minis, and I'll be wearing it on the first of the month. So this one I was wearing on the 1st of January. Okay, so the next one is February's polish, and this is called Love. So yeah, Valentine's kind of theme. And this one, it's really difficult actually to see in this light. See if you can see that, a very slight iridescent shimmer. It's a really, really pale pink. It's quite a thickish formula, I think you can see in the bottle there. And it's probably because there is this iridescent shimmer that's running through that. Don't seem to be able to catch the shimmer in the light. Okay, let's see what that looks like on the swatch stick. So this was the polish that I wore on the 1st of February this year. And again, I can remember it being not the best formula to work with, probably because of the iridescent shimmer. It's going to be really difficult for you to see that at all. It'd be difficult for you to even see a colour, let alone the shimmer. Catching it a little tiny bit there. Okay, so that's February's polish, and that is Love. March's polish is, oh actually, let me just tell you that this one, Love, for February, is limited edition, so I'm guessing that that means just available to this box. Oh, you can see the shimmer a little bit there, just at the top. That was limited edition. This one isn't. This is another polish that's available in the Butter London line, and this is Fiver. This is a really pretty pale mint colour, and it's more on the blue side of mint than the green side. I remember it being really easy to apply, and it wore really well, and I think it was actually in one of my favourites for March. So these are all very pale colours here. You can see them against each other slightly. I'll probably just do one coat actually for this video. We've still got quite a bit to go through, so let's have a look at April. So this is the polish that I wore on the 1st of April this year. This again is a polish that's available in the regular line from Butter London. This is Mollycoddled. The names of Butter London polishes are a lot to do with kind of Cockney, London language and Cockney rhyming slang, that kind of thing, and just colloquial use of words in London. That doesn't make sense at all, but basically mollycoddled is somebody who is spoiled and wrapped in cotton wool. So if you're mollycoddled, it means that somebody's spoiling you. And this is a really quite pretty pinkish lavender colour. It's more lavender than it is lilac because it's slightly more purple toned. So this was the polish for April, and again I really love these kind of colours in the spring. So this one I really enjoyed wearing that. Okay, so that's April, that's mollycoddled. And then we move to May. So this is the polish that I'm going to be wearing on the 1st of May, on Monday I think that is. And this is also a limited edition, and this is Petal. Again, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to pick that up, and certainly not on the swatch wheel, but it's a very, very, very pale white toned pink. There's just a drop of pink in there. I've got a few polishes actually that are similar, particularly these kind of spring colours. The pinks and the purples and the lilacs. Didn't get enough on that at all. Oh, this seems like a really tricky formula. Okay. It's really streaky and patchy. I don't know if you can see that. This is going to be difficult to apply. I'm probably going to need to add some thinner to this. Yeah, that's horrible. And it feels quite thick in the bottle as well. You see that? It's quite thick and stringy. I mean, how they can justify, look at that. Look at that. £55 for the fashion set of 12 polishes. Yeah, not impressed. So that's Petal. I'll try and wear that on the 1st of May, but that's going to be difficult. I mean, look. I can't pick these swatch sticks up. Look at that. Great. So that's May's polishes. I'm glad I looked at that actually before next week. And then we have June's polish. May, June, yeah, I'm just counting the months. And this is Petticoat. This is available in the usual line of Butter London. And this is a really pretty baby blue with a slight grey tone to it. So let's see what this looks like. Hopefully it's better than Petal. Really disappointed with that. Must do better, Butter London. Okay, well this applies really well. It's nice and creamy. Really quite opaque for a pale blue. I've got lots of pale blues, but there can be there's subtle differences between the pale blues, and I do prefer these more greyish white out baby blues. So that's June. Let's have a look at July. July is Summer Holes, and this is a limited edition. So we're getting into the summer colours here. Obviously what Butter London are trying to do is match the months with the seasons and the more kind of fashionable colours in those seasons. As far as I'm concerned, you can wear whatever colour you like, whatever time you like. But personally I do prefer to wear the more muted pastel colours earlier on in the year and then move towards the bright colours more in the summertime. Not that we get a great deal of summer here in the UK, certainly not in the north. So this is Summer Holidays. Just looking at this in the bottle, I've got a feeling it might be quite a jellyish consistency. You can see, usually when you can see the ball at the bottom of the bottle, that means it's likely to be either quite a thin, sheer cream or a jelly consistency. My friend Anne actually asked me to do a kind of informational video for beginners on things like polish textures and formulas and finishes. I was thinking of doing things like nail care and base coat and top coats, treatments. If anybody's interested in hearing about that from a beginner's point of view, please let me know. So this is it's a slight jelly formula actually. Doesn't seem like a cream, but it's a nice, what am I thinking of? Sugar, like a sugary candy floss. I was thinking of those things that you get at the fairground, candy floss. So that's Summer Holes, and that's limited edition polish for July. And we move on to August, and this is Tiddly. Tiddly is available in the usual line, and it looks much more orange actually here in the camera, but it's a slight peachy, salmony kind of orange. So let's see what this applies like. Oh yeah, this seems to have quite a nice formula. You probably need again 2 coats for that. It's not usual to find 1 coat polishes in Butter London. But there you go, that's Tiddly. And then we get to September. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, which is my birthday month actually. So this is Clever Clogs. So we're moving into the more autumn colours here. And this is a red tone brown colour. It's a mid-tone brown, but there's a dash there of kind of caramel brown to that. So that's Clever Clogs. And so I will be wearing this on the 1st of September. Do like brown, so this will be my signal to move more into the autumnal shades or fall shades. Yeah, that applies quite well. A little bit of a cat hair in there, just to add extra flavour. So that's Clever Clogs, and that's the polish for September. So we move now into October. This is Swish. I've got quite a few polishes that are similar to this actually. If anybody would like me to do a comparison video on any of these polishes, I've probably got dupes or comparisons for the majority of them, so if you'd like to see that, please let me know. I was thinking of doing some comparison videos. Particularly, I like comparison videos when it's between expensive brands and cheaper brands, you know, just so that you can see what you get for your money. This is it's a metallic grey, and there's a little bit of a silver shimmer running through that. And I've got several polishes that are similar to this one. So that's October, and that's Swish. So we now move on to November. Swish, by the way, if I didn't mention, is limited. In fact, all of the polishes that are left in this collection, in the 12 Manis collection box, are limited edition. So Swish and November's and December's. So this is limited edition. This is Scrummy. And this is a very dark, sometimes it's difficult to see reds. It is a red. It's quite a bright red. It's bright. It's coming off a bit more brick red on camera, but it's actually quite a bit brighter. So let's see what it looks like on the swatch wheel. I'm not a huge fan of reds, but I've got quite a few, and I am trying to get through them. So I try to kind of dedicate. Oh, actually, on the swatch stick, it comes out slightly more kind of purplish raspberry red. And it seems to be quite glossy. Oh, this looks like a nice red actually. So yeah, I have to kind of encourage myself to wear reds a little bit more. I think it's a lot to do with skin tone as well. Sometimes red just makes me look as though I've got lobster hands with the skin tone. So that's November, and that was Scrummy. So we move on to the last one in the Butter London 12 Manis box set, and this is December, limited edition again, and this is Bubbly. So this looks like there's a gold base in there as well. You may be able to use this as a topper, but let's see. Oh, I think you can probably get a fair amount of full coverage from that. It's very bright gold. So it's quite a yellowish gold. And you've got different sizes of hexagons in there, and very tiny gold micro shimmer in a gold jellyish base. So you could wear that on its own. I would put that over maybe a darker colour. So that's the topper, and that's December's polish. move everything back up here. So that's the 12. Do I think it's worth it? No. I like most of the polishes. I think the bottles are really cute. I like the names. The consistency is a bit hit and miss, as we can see. And to be honest with you, I've got better polishes that were cheaper. So thank you very much to my partner for buying this for Christmas. Yeah, I might have preferred something else. That sounds really ungrateful, I know, doesn't it? But I'd rather hopefully he didn't spend £55 on this set of 12. So that's the, while I'm here, I may as well go through the other Butter Londons that I've got. That was the 12. And just very quickly, I'm going to show the other 5 that I have that are in full size. So here they are. And these were the Butter Londons that I had from last year and previous collecting. As you can see, I don't have many. I think I'd already made the decision that they were quite expensive for what you get. But let's have a look. This is Kex. And I think I must have been going through, when I bought this, I had a thing for this type of blue, this mid-tone cerulean blue. Actually, this seems like a very nice formula. I wonder if the bigger bottles are just a better formula than the minis. Sometimes you do get that with brands. The mini versions of what they have are not as good as the bigger versions. So that's Kex. This one here is Scallywag, and Scallywag is usually, how would you describe Scallywag? Is somebody up to no, usually a young boy who's out and about, up to no good, who's a bit of a scallywag. I thought this was going to be a topper. I can't even remember whether I've worn this or not, but it's actually a full coverage. So I think you could probably get that opaque in 2 coats. And that is Scallywag. Yeah, I was going through a stage of buying this. I don't think I even realised I was buying this blue all the time. But when I picked up the polishes to look at this collection, I also looked at some other blues that I had that were similar. So you can see I have quite a lot of comparisons and dupes. This one here, the third one, is Bossy Boots. Now this is really quite a beautiful pale, it's not a mint, it's more of a pistachio, of a pale pistachio green. But I love green, I love all the greens, including the very, very palest of greens. So this is Bossy Boots. It's thick, but it's not unworkable, and that's pretty opaque in 2 coats. So that's Bossy Boots. I do like that one. I've worn that quite a few times actually, but again, I do love the greens. Next one is HRH, which is Her Royal Highness. So this is a royal, deep royal purple. It's looking a lot more blue in the camera, probably against the backdrop there. There's a sheen in there. It looks a little bit metallic. Let's have a look at what its swatch is like. I think I might have worn this. I think I've worn it definitely once, possibly more than once, because I do like purples. The full size Butter Londons, by the way, are £12 retail from, if you buy them from Boots, for example. I think I bought maybe 2 of these from Boots full size just because I really wanted them, one of them being this one here, which is the last one, the Black Knight. £12 is a hell of a lot for this polish. I know definitely I bought this week, because I can see from the sticker here, this one and this one would have been picked up from TK Maxx at probably a third of the price. Yeah, so Butter London isn't something that I would pick up ordinarily, definitely full size. Yeah, just wouldn't be doing that, wouldn't be paying that amount of money. Not for polishes that are hit and miss, and also that the colours are not that unusual. So let's have a look at this last one. This is the Black Knight, and I bought this because I remember watching a YouTube video with Stacey from Polished Ways, where she did a comparison between this polish and a pure ice polish, of which she had both of them. She was coveting this one. So yeah, if you want something like this and you're in the US, then you can pick up, there's a pure ice that is pretty much an exact dupe of this. It's a black jelly base with tons and tons of micro glitter, and they're not holographic. They are magenta, bright blue and silver. Yeah, just examining that there in the bottle. Yeah. So that's the Black Knight. You would wear that probably over a black polish, or you would maybe build that up in 2 or 3 coats. So that's my full size Butter Londons. Here are the minis again. So that's the extent of my Butter London collection. It's very unlikely that I'm going to be rushing out to pick up a lot more Butter Londons, because I'm not particularly impressed. They're okay, like I said, there are good and bad points, but I just don't think it's worth the money overall. Let me know if you've got any Butter London, which ones you like, if you think I'm really missing out. Is there anything that I need to check out that's exceptional? I'm not looking forward to wearing this one on the 1st of May. See how that goes. Yeah, and I will see you all next time. Bye.